Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Sagittarius in November 2020. What's going on, Sagittarius? How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. All right, guys, right off the bat, happy birthday to you early Sagittariuses, those that are celebrating at the end of November. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Also, for those who are celebrating in December, you're not isolated from that message either. I hope you guys are also going to have an amazing day. If you're able to get together with friends and family for your birthday, please be careful as you do so. It's still 2020 outside, still a pandemic, okay? But also, happy Thanksgiving. Maybe it's a combination message for like a few of you, like happy Thanksgiving and happy birthday. But if you're not celebrating your birthday on Thanksgiving, you still also would be wished a happy holiday from me. Again, wherever you are in this world at this time, Sagittarius, please take care of yourselves at this time. Take care of those that you know and love. I'm wishing that you are happy, safe, and healthy at this time, okay? All right, anything else in the opening messages? No, I don't think so. So, yeah, man, 2020 is almost over. How you feel about it? Let me know. While you do that, let's go ahead and get on with the reading. Sagittarius, anything that you want from me, it is already in the description box below. If you want the timestamp, it's down there. If you want to see how to go about purchasing a personal reading with me, that information is down there as well. If you have a question before you place an order, just email me at the same address. I'll answer you as soon as I can. If you have any interest in doing a donation towards the channel, it is never expected, but it is always appreciated. Feel free to use the Cash App link or the PayPal link below to do that. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, the name over there is EmpathicFire Tarot, okay? And the link for that is down below as well, all right? Let's do it. Let's get your outcome. I want to see the outcome for Sagittarius in November 2020. November 2020 outcome for Sagittarius. Please show me. Okay, that was fast. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Cacao, cacao. Let's flip what came face down for you. Ah, jeez. Knocking. Okay. Okay, what an interesting setup. Okay. Alright. I think that looks okay. Ooh, it looks pretty good. I did a pretty good job there. Alright, let's figure out where you're starting, okay? Please show me where Sagittarius is in November 2020. Sagittarius in November 2020. Where's Sagittarius? Please show me. Okay, thank you. That was good. All right, Sag. Coming in, you come in with the energy of the Three of Pentacles. All right. Working together with others, working in partnership, trying to, work towards, I don't know why I want to put on this accent, wanting to work towards a common goal. I don't know why I'm wanting to put on an accent for you guys. But anyway, it feels very copacetic. It feels like you are aware of your skill set and the skill set of others, and how if you come together with other people who have the skills that you don't, you can make magical things, you can make practical things, you can make efficient things, you can make money in some cases, since this is Pentacles, where you might have a great idea but you don't have the expertise, or you don't have the equipment. Maybe you have a friend who has the equipment, or someone that you've seen in passing or met in passing, and you're like, oh my god, I remember this person. They have a printing press. I don't know. Printing press, Jesus Christ. Anyway, but they have the means to create something, and they could help you get your idea onto paper, or get your idea turned into a physical object. Like I'm really getting, looking at this card, it would make sense. Like I'm getting like actually constructing something in the physical. So like printing something, like ironworks or glassworks or something, creating art. Could be even bigger than just like art pieces. It could be creating furniture. It could be constructing homes or something like that. You could be somebody who is interested in renovating homes, right? So, or not repoing, what do you call that? Revamping. No, that's not it. But renovating. Thank you. Renovating homes. Did I say that? Maybe I said it. Anyway, so maybe you have the design aspect, like you want half walls here and you want this facade here, da 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 da, but you don't actually like do the physical labor work. So you are seeking, and if not already in partnership with people who have the skill sets that you don't, have the expertise that you don't, have the equipment that you don't, or vice versa. You've got the hands-on experience, but you don't have a lick of ideas in terms of or in terms of design or creativity, right? So it can go the other way around. And in general, anything in tarot is vice versa applicable, especially in a general reading. So I'm saying, Sagittarius, this is you. This could be somebody who is around you and you're just kind of like watching them go through this, right? But it feels pretty auspicious. It feels pretty beneficial or positive. It doesn't feel like horrible. And why am I cautioning? Probably because there's going to be a complication, but this feels good. To start, this feels really good. This is what you want. This is what you're working towards. This is what you have, and you're cultivating it. You're putting legs up under it, and you're really dedicated to getting something off the ground or making sure something comes to a positive finish point or fruition, or you create something out of it. You get like a finished product. That's wonderful. I like that. That's good for you. What else happens? Hopefully there's not a complication, but sometimes more than likely there are complications. So what else happens for Sagittarius? Please show me. Oh, okay. Okay. For some of you, this partnership is both business and pleasure. That's nice. I think I'm a little jealous. That would be cool. I think I really like that. Like, I'm sensing for some of you, maybe it doesn't have to be new, but some of you are finding, oh my God, my business partner is someone I'm in love with, or I'm in love with my business partner, something like that. Like, not only am I romantically interested in this person, oh my God, we work so well together. Does that make sense? That's great. I like that. Good for you. Ooh. It's good for you, but I feel it's also bad for somebody else. But let's see where it goes. Yeah, this is new for you, Sagittarius. A lot of you, this is new for you. Two of Cups. New. Seeing someone for the first time. Ooh, I don't know when, but my guides are reminding me. I may have mentioned this in a previous reading. I don't like to promote my other videos too often, but maybe I should. It might be worth it to go back and look over some of the titles and see if I give hints to that in the titles. But I feel like, or maybe it was last year, some of them are saying. Like, some are like, it was this year, and others are like, oh, it was last year. And like, my guides are like unsure. Anyway, there may have been a previous reading where I talked about meeting someone and connecting, and there was a lot of uncertainty around it. And there was a lot of like, oh gosh, what are we doing? Or, oh my God, this is so weird or so new. And you were like resistant, or they were resistant to like the soulmate energy. And I just let that word rip very casually, even though I'm going to give you the caveat. Some of you are dealing with soulmates, you're dealing with karmic partners or twin flames, whatever you believe in or don't believe in, whatever floats your boat, whatever you think applies to your situation, go ahead and apply it. But this Two of Cups is very like, as you see these two people, they're like looking at each other like dead on. There's like a recognition and an awareness. Maybe you mutually knew or know that you're meeting for the first time. Maybe some of you, this is new. Some of you met a while ago, but there again, it was like I can't be sure. I don't want to weird them out, and maybe they didn't want to weird you out, so they didn't drop the S word like I casually dropped it, and we will go back to it in a second. But whenever and however you met this person, it's like reciprocated so strongly, this connection that you feel with this person. Very interesting. Now, soulmates. Caveat there is, it's not always easy. It's not cookie cutter. It's not unicorn dust and sunshine and rainbows all the time. It can be, and in some of your cases, it feels like that right now, that it is in that really good space. But I want to warn you, if this is a new person and you're just like enamored with them and they're enamored with you, and it's just like, taken off like a rocket ship, fabulous. I hope it stays that way. But please do not be confused or this is like the one thing that I like hammer on more than anything, I think, on my channel. Soulmates are not consistently positive, or at least they don't have to be. They can be, but don't believe, or don't, I would hope people don't subscribe too readily to that idea, because I think it can lead to people being disappointed, or people feeling like, oh my God, I misjudged my situation, or I misjudged the person that I'm in partnership with. No, baby, you can have a soulmate, and you guys can have hiccups. You can have bumps in the road, okay? But in this moment, it feels so positive, Sagittarius. It really feels incredible. Not to say your version of having a soulmate is, cookie cutter, gumdrops, and, sweet treats all the time. Maybe your soulmate experience is a little, down and dirty. Maybe you're, like, again, I'm going back to like what I was saying about the Three of Pentacles and like creating things together, and maybe it's a working relationship. Okay. Maybe it's purely working relationship for some of you. Maybe it's purely we just get on in terms of business. We want the same things. We work towards the same goals. We have the same work ethic, and it's just amazing. I've never met anybody who wants to dedicate this much time, energy, and effort towards a particular material project or some type of business endeavor, right? Maybe it has nothing to do with you guys getting it on behind closed doors. Maybe you're getting it on behind closed boardroom doors. Maybe you're getting it on when you're going down and you're, volunteering for disenfranchised people in your city. Maybe you've never met someone who's so impassioned about their philanthropic endeavors or their volunteerism, and you've met someone who's just on that same level with you. That's wonderful. That's great. I'm always here for some soulmate action. Truly, even though I don't mention it a lot on my channel, or when I do, I give you the caveat. I am here for soulmates. I believe they exist. I believe we all have them, number one, and they're all here for a purpose. But when we tap into them, some of us have expectations that are unrealistic. Soulmates are not perfect beings. They're humans just like us. The quote unquote perfect part of the human isn't anything to do with the flesh. It isn't anything to do most of the time with the conscious mind. It's very subconscious. It's very much tied to our spiritual side, our spiritual being, our intuition, all those things that are not always readily available to us. Okay. Now, anything else here? Because I think you get it. You like this person, they like you, you guys get along. If it's a love relationship, you are in love with each other, or you connect in that way, even if you haven't said that L word to each other, okay? You both know, we are in love, right? You might not say it, but when you look in each other's eyes, you can see it, okay? So what else happens? Okay. It's okay. So here comes the complication. Here comes the complication. The complication is to be in a soulmate relationship, romantic or otherwise, romantic plus business. It doesn't, in some of your cases, this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be love of a platonic sense, a familial sense. So you could be in love with your business partner, but not romantic love. Like, I really love, in my situation, one of my soulmates is my sister. I love my sister. I will love her forever. Right. So I just want to open it up because it's not all of you guys are bumping uglies. Okay. With your soulmate. But regardless, here we have the meeting of it's like two times we're seeing the meeting, and I feel here this is like the conscious meeting. This is the meeting on the surface. This is the, hey, how are you? My name is Sagittarius. Oh, hey, how are you? I'm your soulmate. They don't say that, but like it's literally like that's how you exchange pleasantries, or that's how you got together, was literally like that. Hey, it's good to meet you. Oh, I heard good things about you. Oh, I'm interested in doing this. Would you be interested in partnering with me? Or hey, do you want to go on a date? Whatever way you met this person, right? This is the meeting on the soul level. This is the meeting of your higher selves, perhaps. If you're into the dynamic of twin flames, this could be the meeting of the feminine and the masculine. No gender involved in that, okay? You could be two men, two women. You could be a man and a woman, but the woman is the masculine and the man is the feminine. It does not matter across gender lines. It's about your energy markers and the vibe that you sit in most often, or that you've been sitting in recently, if not often. Okay. Because those polarities or between us or that exist with all of us, exist within all of us, can switch. In this moment, you might be the feminine, but 5 years from now, you might switch over and become the masculine in your relationship. Okay, so be very allow it to breathe when we talk about masculine and feminine, and also with twin flames. I don't talk about it that much on my channel because, I just don't. But I believe it exists. I believe it's out there for many of us, if not all of us. And that might be why I don't talk about it, because that might be a little controversial. Anyway, so this is the meaning of you and that person on a soul level. You recognize each other from possible past lives, or you come from the same soul family, or again, some of you might be karmic partners. And again, that could be controversial because some people say karmic partners are not meant to be. Whatever, I don't care. That's up for you to determine. I'm not here to tell you what to believe in that way. Especially with soul or twin flame stuff or karmic partners. Definitely not. But anyway, I feel like this is the recognition of each other. And if you incarnated here to meet each other, there was like always this expectation, like I'm going to meet someone one day and they're going to be my partner. They're going to be my person. And I would hope you and or this person has a higher perspective of that meeting. Why am I cautioning? Because I'm going back. There's some in this energy. It might be new to you. Maybe that's why. But there's, that standard of you complete me, my better half. No, ma'am. No, sir. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care anything about it. It's not about meeting your other half. It's not about meeting the person that completes you. You are a complete person. You're a complete soul. You're a complete spirit with or without anyone else in this earth. Period. Paragraph. Okay? So it's not about, now that I've met you, I can live my life. Now that I have this person, now this can happen. No, 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 no. Don't put so much emphasis on the partnership. Somebody here is putting a lot of emphasis on the partnership, and that's a little bit of a misstep. I would encourage you to not do it that way. But you don't have to listen to me. You make up your own mind. It's your own life. Now, there is this recognition here, and I feel a lot of you, it comes from either past life or because you specifically incarnated to meet this person, to come into contact with this person. And that could apply to people that are family, because that's the highest likelihood that you would meet a person, is that you're related to them. Even though this is a lover's card, even though it looks kind of scandalous or kind of romantic or sexual, you can, like I said, I told you 2 seconds ago or 2 minutes ago, my sister is one of my soulmates. We are born to the same parents, so it was very likely that I would know her, and that could be happening for some of you. You are really connecting with a relative of yours, and it feels so natural. It feels so automatic. It doesn't involve as much choice. Well, they're warning me. It will. Okay. It will. What does that mean? Okay. Never mind. For those where it's like family, it feels natural. Or for some of you, even if you're not related to this person and you're meeting them for the first time in your life, or you met them a long time ago, but you're reconnecting now, whatever. It can feel like it was like always going to be obviously this person that you were connected with. Okay. Now, what does that mean? It will. Choice. It will. I see. Now that I put the card down and I put my eyes back to the board, I see. So for some of you Sagittariuses, you are choosing, because that can happen. Did I say that? I did not. I'm going to say it now. Lovers is major arcana for Gemini. I don't think I said that. You could be dealing with a Gemini, but you don't have to. I feel like you guys were in their reading. If you're connecting with a Gemini, and this is very strange that I'm connecting that. Oh, I'm now remembering what their reading was about. Theirs was a little dicey. Theirs was a little difficult. And I feel Sagittarius, you're having like a different, like your reading is not difficult. But if you're intersecting with a Gemini, and again, my guides got me to it will, choice, it will. For some of you, this does involve a choice. And you or someone else, it does not have to be a Gemini. It could be, but it does not have to. There may be a very, very heavy choice to make. And that choice is possibly, yeah, it's very altering. It changes the course of something. One of the things, one of the old school things that people say about the Lover's card is head over heart decision. Maybe some of you are making a heart over head decision. Whatever. It feels, again, like life altering. Once you say, I want a partnership with this person, you might be then rejecting a partnership with another person, or kind of isolating and dismissing any other choices. Now that can have implications in family, lovers, and business. In business, I feel a lot of you are just going with your gut, and that makes sense because of this soul tie and this soul connection. Some of you feel incredibly compelled by your intuition to go with a particular partner when it comes to business. And it feels like in business, it's going to be pretty lucrative for many of you, or successful. If you're not, creating a business or creating an organization that operates for profit, some of you it's very non-profit, but your work is going to be impactful. And that's the quote unquote lucrative part of it, right? I feel for business, it's really good. For those where it's business and pleasure, it's good, double dipping on good. Where it's strictly pleasure, there is a little bit of a caution here. Well, more than a little bit. Okay, thank you. More than a little bit of a caution here. Queen of Swords. You might have to fight a little bit, or argue a little bit, or make a case a little bit with this Queen of Swords energy. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, you could be dealing with an air sign. You don't have to be. I feel here this could be you kind of articulating and letting it be known to whoever needs telling what you're going to do, what choices you've made, who you're going to partner with. And that makes sense, again, with business and family and all the ways that I mentioned before. If you need to go into business with someone, you sign up, contractual agreements with each other. You incorporate together. You found an LLC together, whatever you're doing, right? Official channels of communication coming from this Queen of Swords. You are filing documents with the local business bureaus, or you're getting licenses and all these other kinds of things. You're signing documents in terms of, property ownership, if you're flipping houses and doing all that stuff that I mentioned earlier. This all makes sense. These are the Queen of Swords is dealing with very strong, clear, concise words. I feel in business it's easier. It's what's expected. You tell the bank your business proposal, they give you the loan, like it's all official and it all makes sense. When we start talking about family, friends, lovers, and those interpersonal connections that you're making based on soulmate connection, it becomes a little rockier because, human emotions, the sensibilities of other people. If you are meeting someone relatively recently, for some of you, and you're talking soulmates, your friends, your family, your dog, I'm kidding, but people around you might be like, what are you talking about? What did you just say? Did you just say soulmate? Did you just say twin flame? Number one, someone might be stopping you. Excuse me, Sagittarius, just a second. What the hell is a twin flame? What are you talking about? This doesn't make any sense to me. I feel here, it could be your own energy. Like you might be pinching yourself or looking at yourself in the mirror. Am I crazy? What am I talking about? How could this person be my soulmate? How could I feel these ways about this person? Maybe that's also what's crazy. 2020. You haven't even met, maybe. A lot of video dates, a lot of FaceTime, a lot of TikToking back and forth. And you actually haven't physically met each other. And you're like, I don't know. I feel really strongly about this person, but you might be inside kind of not panicking, but being like, get it together, Sagittarius. Don't be silly. You're getting way ahead of yourself here, soulmates. That's crazy talk, right? This Queen of Swords is taking a lot to convince in those interpersonal relationships, in those romantic entanglements for a lot of you. This person, friend, family, or yourself, in some cases, other lover, okay. Oh man. Okay. In some cases, this is very interesting. Oh wait, that makes sense. Okay. I'm like, where is this coming from? Other lover. Queen of Swords is a divorcee. Not all the time, not in all cases, but that's one of her descriptors in the tarot. She's a divorcee. A formerly married person. Doesn't have to be a woman. This is, again, it's a general reading, so this could be a male in your life. You could be a female, and this is your ex-husband or your ex-boyfriend or whoever. You could be a male, and this is your ex-husband, ex-boyfriend. It doesn't matter. So whoever this person is, they could have been your former lover, or current. They want me to throw that out there because the Three of Pentacles is there. And, that's a quick way for me to mention third-party situation, but that's not for everybody. I'm more drawn to this being a former lover, or a jilted ex, or a jealous ex, or an ex that you maintain friendship with, and it's copacetic and it's cool, but the moment you drop the S word on this person, they get a little attitudey. They get a little crab apple. Like, so that's your soulmate? It wasn't me, it was that okay. There's like this criticism, snarky attitude, and they're not holding back. Queen of Swords does not hold her tongue, does not hold back, is definitely like, well, I don't believe it, or isn't that convenient, or you're crazy, or there's just like all this doubt that this person places in your ear. And in some of their cases, not all, they're not actually trying to destabilize you. Some are, but some aren't. You decide, that's for your discernment. But some of them are just honestly, they don't believe in all this. They don't believe that this can happen. They don't some of them, it's a little ego, just a little bit. They don't believe that there could be anybody in your life, in a romantic sense, who could be better for you than them. Like, I was the best thing that ever happened to you, Sagittarius. What are you talking about? And you're like, not really. I kind of met somebody who's fucking amazing. And I feel great talking with this person. I feel great when we hang out. I feel great when we work together. And And this person's just like, they're a little ego bruised. They're a little salty because they're not that person. Or they're not that person for you. So divorcee, in other cases, this is like a concerned parent. It doesn't have to be a mother, but I am getting a little bit of a mommy vibe. And that's interesting, like mommy vibe. Like, and I wish you could see, I just put my hand up to my cheek, like how moms sometimes put their hand up to their face. Oh, Sagittarius, I'm so worried about you. I just want you to be happy, I am happy, Mom. I met my soulmate. Yeah, but how can you be sure? How can you trust that? There's like this concern, but it's weird concern because it's the Queen of Swords. She's not, no offense to any person in this energy. This person shows up, they have concern, but it's not compassionate. They have concern, but it's not tender. It comes with a lot of sharp words, and it's kind of an icy energy. It doesn't have a lot of warmth to it, okay? And again, that translates back to, even if this is like people like down at the court or down at like the business bureau office where you're filing your paperwork and you're like so excited. Oh, this is my paperwork for my new business with my new partner. We're going to save the world, or we're going to make so much money. We're going to make millions. And the person's just like stamping it. Next. Like they don't care that you're so happy. So what else happens, please? Yeah, buddy. So interesting. That's so interesting. I'm seeing this Wow. I'm going to talk about this for a second, but I'm going to talk more about the traditional meanings because I think those apply as well. So you have the Five of Cups here and the Four of Cups here. I'm going to hold them up together so you can see. So the images of these. This is interesting. I'm wondering if this is a part of like my next phase as a tarot reader, is I just kind of turn more away from traditional meanings and I go, well, I guess I could hold them side by side. It doesn't have to be like that. Okay, so you see the visual of the Five of Cups being on their knees in this prayer position, and then you see a hand appearing to the Four of Cups person and is like, here comes the cup. I feel like in this imagery, some of you Sagittariuses prayed, you manifested, you journaled, you were in whatever, you were on your knees, sort of begging, pleading, wishing, hoping, praying for this person or this opportunity. And that prayer translated or presented itself to the Four of Cups person who was sitting by, not doing much, just kind of like chilling in the meadow, just like, I got nothing going on really. I'm cool. I got my 3 cups that are standing upright. And here comes, the divine, God, spirit, whatever, thrusting this other cup in their face going, hey, I got this cup. Somebody's like looking for a soulmate. You think you want to get into that? And they're like, okay. Like that's what the visual looks like. We're not going to talk, like that's the visual of it. That might play for some of you. That could have been how this happened. Like you're just like on your knees, or they were on their knees if it's reverse, and they were in some point of despair looking for something to help them, a person, a situation, a circumstance, change of fortune to help them. And you maybe are sort of answering that call. Maybe. Now, what is, again, that's just the visual of those 2 cards. What else is happening? Where are we going? Because I think we're going to talk about them individually. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. Now, in some of your cases, Sagittarius, that was sort of backstory, or that's coming in from, I said for some of you, this is like a past life connection, soulmate from a past life. And I feel like grief, 5 of Cups, grief. It could have been in a past life. You or this person, the other person in the story, your main squeeze or your soulmate, whoever it is, suffered some type of grief, suffered some type of loss. That's the gist of the 5 of Cups. We are really despondent and depressed and disappointed in a loss. You see the 3 cups spilled down in the forefront of the card, and then behind this person are the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups. It's already in your reading. So at some point, and it could still even be in this lifetime, so it doesn't even have to apply to previous lifetimes if you don't believe in that, or if this is your first go round, welcome. But this 5 of Cups signals some type of loss and being devastated by that loss, feeling grief-stricken, feeling guilty, or feeling despondent and lost of hope. And the saving grace is the 2 cups behind him. You don't have to be a man. I only say him because it looks like a man on the card. So the saving grace is the 2 cups. There is something that comes out of this loss, or not all is lost to begin with, right? But there is a lack of recognition of that. And I feel someone spent a long time in this energy. Like, if I go back to what I'm feeling, this past life energy, like literally someone could have lost, like remember when I said with the lovers, it feels like you've known each other before, and it's this recognition on a soul level, and it's just like automatic. As soon as you meet, it's like, boom, I know you. I know who you are. Maybe in a previous life, someone died prematurely. Happens. Right? Could happen in this lifetime, Maybe you've experienced death at a young age, or you lost certain people in your life at a younger age, and now that you've carried on, you still carry grief or guilt with you, or this feeling of loss, right? Now, if it happened in a previous life, I'm really feeling for some of you like familial ties, like, not to trigger anybody, so fair trigger warning here, but it feels like maybe like lost a child. Like, obviously it's still prevalent in many parts of the world, but infant mortality isn't what it used to be, thank God, right? So, centuries ago, you could lose children, or the mother in childbirth, or maybe the baby is born but doesn't live very long, whatever. And that's a loss that isn't easily gotten over, right? And so that creates a longing in a person to have their baby, or to have their mother, or whatever it is. And now we get to this lifetime. I said this for someone. Who did I say this for? I said this recently. I fucking can't remember. And it's weird to some people, but it's not weird to me, because this is just something that I believe is true. You could have had a soul relationship or a connection with someone in a previous lifetime, and that person was your parent in that lifetime, or you were their child, or they were your child, or whatever. You get to this lifetime, and you guys are actual lovers. Sounds weird. I know it sounds weird, but on the soul, in the 5D, wherever we are outside of this 3D world we call Earth, outside of this conscious, matrixy experience, whatever the hell we're having here, we don't have this. We don't have skin and flesh. We don't have, different races and different genders. We don't have different eye colors and everything like that. We're all made of the same stuff when we are elsewhere, right? So elsewhere doesn't factor in. The vibration is the same. The collective is the same, or the energy to be in union is the same, right? So when you come to Earth, one of these lifetimes, you're parent and child. Next lifetime, maybe you're total strangers and you never meet. Maybe, 15 lifetimes later, which is this lifetime perhaps, maybe, now you're lovers. I've said that before. I guess I'm going to start saying that in these readings, because it seems to be coming out in the collective. Number one, it's not just for Sagittarius. It's for other signs. I'm feeling this is coming up. And clients I've been working with, it's coming up. That people are awakening and realizing that maybe they do have soul partnerships, and maybe they're not always romantic, or maybe at some time in a previous lifetime it wasn't romantic, but this time around it is. And that's what this feels like. It does not have to be specifically that for you, but it's that longing and that despair over the loss, and praying and wishing and hoping that the loss leaves you. That the loss leaves you, that the guilt of it, the grief of it leaves you, and you can be led to a happier place, which I feel many of you are. We talked about it before. I feel like you're there, or you're going to be there, right? And it doesn't have to be you. That could have been the person that you're connecting with. Ooh, that's interesting. Because remember I was saying, oh, wow. 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 That's so strange. Okay. This is strange. This is very strange. But I've, they've done this in like movies, and I'm sure they've done it in books and stuff like that. So say this, God, how can I discuss this? So say this person, they lost someone in a previous life, right? It's like, okay, here we go. And please follow me. I hope you guys follow me. So say this person lost a child in a previous lifetime, right? That child's soul goes wherever it goes, becomes reincarnate in a different life, in a different time. So let's quantify this. Let's say in the 1700s, just for an example, this person lived, they had a child, the child did not live very long, and that child's soul goes away. This person continues to live through the 1700s, let's say whatever the average age is, 50, 60, whatever, and they lived their lifetime. In the time that they've lived, that child's soul went to another lifetime and was living, did whatever, right? but the grief was still there. Now, jump down here. This could be the child born in the 1800s, in a different life, living a full life perhaps, lived to be 80 or something like that. But there was always something calling to them, like, in a different way. Like maybe they were very like, sort of melancholy, could have lived a very melancholy life. Fulfilled enough, perhaps, because of the 3 cups in the foreground, feeling like I've got things, I've got family, I've got, security, I'm happy, but there was always like this something like calling to them, like that hand in the sky, pushing towards them, offering towards them, or beckoning to them, right? That was the grief of the now deceased parent who was then put back, or wherever souls go, wherever spirits go outside of this realm, still longing. So now flash forward 20 or the 20th century and the 21st century. Now you both are reincarnated again at this. You're both alive in the same time frame, in the same timeline. I hope you got what I was just saying. I can feel it easily, but trying to describe it is not always I'm not always that good at it. I try to be. But so that's what I'm sensing here is like the call, the misery, the grief, the guilt that was happening sent out a vibration, sent out a signal, like a bat signal or something. And someone in another lifetime or this lifetime is recognizing, I'm being beckoned. I'm being called home. Something like that. Anyway, the more traditional interpretation of the 4 cups is being offered something and maybe not recognizing it. That could go back to what I was saying in the beginning. How some of you are like, this is my soulmate. And this could be your soulmate going, I don't know about that. Because the offer is there. The declaration is there. In your heart, maybe in your soul, you're like, I'm looking for my soulmate, baby. You're just like, you may have always known, or this person has always known, that's what I'm looking for. My soulmate, my soulmate, my soulmate. I'm missing this person, or I'm missing this energy that I had at some point in a previous lifetime. I have unfinished business with that other soul. Where is it? Where is that person? Who is it? And this person is the one who's ring, ring, from the hand in the sky. Bring, bring. You have a call from your soulmate. They miss you. And this person's like, huh? Who? I do? Who's that? Very confused. Very like, huh? Me? I do? My soulmate? They're here? It's me? They want to talk? They want to meet? Oh, it's like unexpected. It's in some cases solicited, right? Something like that. It's just like not really on this person's mind. But now that it's here, it's being pondered. It's being thought of. And like I told you, some of you, you're meeting someone and they're like, yes, you're my soulmate. And you're like, yeah, I'm your soulmate too. And you guys get along. Other cases, it's like, it's a hard sell. It's not the thing that you or them thought of first. It's not the thing that you or them conceived of, and you're like totally on board with it. There's a little bit of a hard sell here. In some cases. That could be, remember I said karmic partners. I don't know what you believe in about karmic partners, but that could be a part of your karmic lessons. And that has also been coming up thematically for many signs. You're the 9th sign I'm doing. Most of them have talked about karma in some form or fashion. You would not be any different. It's thematic. That tends to happen in retrograde periods. Like a lot of the readings tend to be the same, or they have similar themes throughout. Yours is coming through in this way. Karmic partner. What does that mean to you, to them, whatever? What does it mean to have a karmic debt? What does it mean that I'm working on these issues, or I'm focused on this in my life, but then this person came along and totally derailed me? Some of you, that's what happened. Or some of you, they've come along and they've complimented you. One second. I've been sneezing a lot lately. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so some of you, excuse me, Not going to do it again, are we? Okay, good. We're not. Some of you, this person has come along and they've like complimented your life in a way that you did not expect. You know, I'm not here to, again, confirm or deny anybody's personal beliefs in karmic partners, twin flames, soulmates. The one that I challenge the most is soulmates, because I think a lot of us think so. Not many, but there's still a fair amount of people who are like, oh, soulmates are forever. Soulmates are great. They're always so positive. No, that doesn't make sense. That's not what Earth is about. That's not why we're all incarnated here. Anyway, so whatever you believe in or don't believe in, work with it, ponder it a little bit, use your own discernment, use your own intuition, okay? Outcome, Sagittarius. Ace of Swords, big truths, big old truths. You guys are facing or expressing big truths. Now, it's not to say everything that I've said here is the truth. It's not to say everything that I've said here today applies to you. It's not to say that the person that you're meeting who is your soulmate is the soulmate that you were calling. Bring, pick up, it's me, Sagittarius. Or they were calling you, bring, hey, it's me, your soulmate, Sagittarius, why don't you pick up the phone? I don't know what the truth is. That's up for you to decide. That's up for you to experience and come to a conclusion about. But I think it's so sharp. It's so like clear as day. Like you cannot mistake it. Even if it's not soulmate forever, even if it's not twin flame, even if it's not, coming with the easiest of roads to walk down, it is known. You cannot mistake this. I think also you're going to have, if not already you have had, some very interesting and detailed conversations. You might be, going back to the Queen of Swords for a second, you might be in big time defensive conversations or dialogues with people who are kind of like, Sagittarius, you're nuts, you're crazy, that's not what's going on. And you're like, I'm telling you, this is my truth, this is what I feel in my heart, this is what I feel in my soul, in my stomach, in my guts, in my intuition. I just know, blah, 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 whatever you're going to say, right? And it's very, here we go with this damn phrase. It is what it is. I hate that phrase so much. Anyway, it's like you can't fight this, or you can't avoid this. You can't deny this, or other people can't fight, avoid, deny this. And whether or not, people can accept truth or deny truth. That's everybody's choice. But it's here, it's plain as day, and I feel most of you Sagittariuses, not all, but most of you guys accept the truth, even if the other person or people involved don't. I like that. I'm an honest person. I'm trying to live an honest life now that I'm older. When I was younger, it was not like that. But I put a lot of value in honesty, and I think it has a lot of power in it, a lot of personal power when you exude and exact and work with honesty. Not in all times, it's not to say I don't tell a little white lie here and there. I absolutely do. But for the most part, people know who I am and what I believe, right? I feel you're in that similar vein where maybe before you were skeptical of all of this. And now, after however long it's been, maybe you've come to a certain realization or an awakening or an epiphany of some sort. And now you're kind of, quote unquote, changing your tune. And people are like, what the hell's wrong with you, Sagittarius? You never never expressed those things before. People change and people evolve. And if that's part of your truth, I think you have no problem expressing that. Whether or not other people accept it, that's on them. Overall energy. What the hell is with the sounds downstairs? Anyway, overall energy, the sun. Hey now, hey. Hey now, hey. Secondary major for Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo, but you don't have to be. Happiness, joy, contentment, all those beautiful things are here for you if you want them. And I feel, Sag, again, they're reminding me of the work I've done for you guys since I started this channel. Maybe even back to when the first year of my channel in 2018. I feel like Sagittarius, I used to give you very like crummy readings, not on purpose. It was just, you know, what came out in the cards. And I feel like over the course of since I've started this channel, your readings have grown a lot. They've matured a lot, you know, like a fine wine. As time goes on, it becomes a more palatable drink, a more palatable beverage, right? That's what it feels like. It feels like over time, you're getting to happier spaces in your life. You're getting involved in more copacetic relationships, whether they're romantic or not, whether they're with soulmates or not. I feel like the joy you're seeking is yours to have because you've kind of, no offense, eaten shit for a while. Like, I'm not shading you. I'm just recalling they're giving me this sensation that I haven't always given you guys great readings. Again, not because I'm intending it. It's what has come out. And I feel that tide is changing for you. And that is wonderful because I think Sagittarius, I think a lot of people can kind of dismiss you as sort of being out to lunch sometimes, or like too cool for school, and you don't really take things seriously, or that you don't really have sort of any real give a care. You do. You absolutely do. But you keep it hidden. You don't announce it. It's not the first thing I think most people would notice about a Sagittarius is how actually caring they are, or how committed they are, or loyal they can be. Right? But that's there for you. And I think your perseverance and your resilience is quieter than the other fire signs, Leo and Aries. And I think because of that, you're kind of, God, now I'm like gonna like, what is that? Like, don't quote me on this, and I'm gonna end it on this very strangely, but it's like that sentiment that comes from the Bible. Blessed are the meek, or blessed are the poor, or blessed are basically the people that don't seem to be doing too good. They're actually gonna be fine. The people that are going through hardships are actually richer of spirit, richer of integrity and dignity and all those kinds of things. That's a big takeaway from that sun energy, but that's what this feels like. Congratulations. Sagittarius, that is your reading for November. If you liked it, hit the like button for me. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how this resonated in your life. I love comments. I like to read them. Share them with me. If you want to subscribe to the channel, if you haven't done so already, please do so. That would be greatly appreciated as well. Sag, I will be back soon with your mid-November readings. I'll also, at the tail end of November, on the first day of your season, I'll have your birthday reading up, so be on the lookout for that. If you want to get at me for a personal reading, you can find that information down in the description box below, okay? Sag, I thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.